Hello and welcome back to Man vs Film. It's another 10 things about, and this time I have Larry from LC Screen Talk. This is a guy who I've been friends with for the longest while on YouTube. He has always been a great supporter of my channel, and like he says in his video, he always comments, he's always active. He is a quite active member of the YouTube community. And he's not one of those kind of active members that just does like great video but or anything like that. He always gives like a good couple of paragraphs about your review, about his thoughts on the movie as well, that kind of comment on some of the things during your video. So he's really like, he's obviously watching, he's taking mental notes and giving you a comment that reflects to one of your ideas. Not to say that he always agrees with my opinion, or always disagrees with it, which is it's always great to have somebody that has sometimes similar, sometimes different opinion, points of view. And generally he's just a great guy. His channel is overflow of movies. It seems like he reviews pretty much everything that comes out. I follow Larry on Twitter and on Instagram, things like that, and he's always posting pictures about going to movies, just loving movies. He is a movie fan at heart, and he epitomises that kind of joyous fan, the person who just loves movies, wants to talk about them, not one of these jaded movie reviewers that has had enough and can't be bothered to muster any kind of enthusiasm. It's all there with Larry. He is a great chap. I hope that you go along, check out his channel, subscribe, like, the usual stuff. He's going to come along in a minute and just talk about his channel, really sell himself pretty well. I think he's really good. I think you're going to like him as well. Without further ado, here's Larry.
Hello everyone. I wanted to just first thank Graham for inviting me to be a part of this amazing and really positive series he's doing on his channel. Obviously you're watching this over on his channel, so I hope you're already subscribed. I'm subscribed, I love his content, and I'm really feel honored to be invited to be a part of this and be featured over on his channel. So thank you first and foremost, Graham, before we get into talking about me. So my name is Larry, and my channel is LC Screen Talk. So what does that stand for? It is L for Larry, C for Chill Son, which is my last name, and that is Chill Son, and Screen Talk just signifies I talk about things that you view on a screen. Mostly, like 95%, movies. So I do movie reviews as the main component of my channel. I try to review virtually every single thing that comes out, all of the new releases out in theaters. But I also do the ranking videos, different discussion videos, but I try to mix it up every now and then and do things like a lip sync video, which are some of the more fun videos on my channel. I'll do some skits from time to time, very few reactions and things, but most everything will be revolving around film. So I started out doing a YouTube channel a couple of years ago because I actually just figured, you see a lot of movies, Larry. You're constantly seeing things at the theater, probably at least once a week. So why not start up a YouTube channel and review these things and talk about these things and find others who watch as many movies as you do out on the movie community. So that's where it all started. And really that's the base of why I still have my YouTube channel, is because I love film. I love watching film, and I love talking about film. I love making all of these friends through film. It's really just an extremely positive experience for me in my personal life that I just enjoy, and that's a big reason why I run my YouTube channel. It also serves as a great outlet for me, a creative outlet, especially with the lip sync videos and like the skits I do. I don't have too many other opportunities outside of YouTube to really get that creative fuel out. So it's really nice to have a YouTube channel in which I can put these things together, really like make something and create something and post it somewhere and share it with others. And finally, I have a YouTube channel because I like to think that I offer a different perspective and a different voice. I am a part of the LGBTQ community, and I am of Hispanic descent. Two communities that I think are already a little bit underseen and underrepresented, especially when it comes to the film criticism community on YouTube. It's a very large community, and in many ways I think we see a lot of the same type of faces. But as I watch especially the larger channels, I don't see a lot of LGBT content out there when it comes to movies and movie reviews, and I don't see a lot of Hispanic commenters and people with Hispanic backgrounds, especially in the larger ones as well. So I like to think that I offer a little bit different of perspective, and I come from a different background, and it offers a little bit different of a representation amongst our little film community. Hands down, the best thing about YouTube for me is meeting the people. It's so cliche, I know, and it's so cheesy and pageanty in many ways. But honestly, I have met so many just fantastic people that I can't wait to talk to, that I just love interacting with, whether it's on my videos, or it's on Twitter, or it's in the comments of their videos. I never would have met these people if I didn't start making YouTube videos myself, but also if I hadn't really got involved with the online film community and start supporting others and watching their channels and being more involved with the film community at large. It's really been a really rewarding and great experience, and it's by far my favorite part of YouTube. My favorite movie, we're about to get cliche again, is The Empire Strikes Back. And I think that is for many reasons. First of all, I just love Star Wars. I'm much less hard on the prequels than most other Star Wars fans. I really am enjoying what Disney has done as well. But The Empire Strikes Back is still like cream of the crop, not only amongst Star Wars, but amongst film in general. Ever since I was young, this has pretty much been like, this is what a movie is to me. It holds the biggest twist in cinematic history, the greatest reveal ever, that I don't know will ever be topped. We really go further in depth into the greatest villain with Darth Vader in history. We're introduced to the Imperial March, which I think is the greatest song from any film in history. It is just so cinematic, and it is so awesome in every single way. The writing is so great. The visuals were fantastic. It introduces Yoda, who is my favorite character in Star Wars. Just everything I love about Star Wars is in The Empire Strikes Back. It's darker, which I usually like a lot too. And it just took everything that the first Star Wars film did and built upon it. And in my estimation, made it even better. And Star Wars in general created a good connection with me and my parents, me and my dad in particular, and me and my grandmother, who mostly raised me. It really gave us something to watch together, something to love together, something to bond over, and I think that's why that personal relationship really cements it as my favorite. So advice for people just starting YouTube. I don't know if you want to take advice from me, because clearly I haven't gotten all that big or successful through the medium. But that would lead to my biggest advice is to watch everyone else's content, to be supportive of others in the community, and to interact with them, to comment on their videos, and to really get involved with the community, because that's what makes it the most rewarding. Even if you have one subscriber and you don't get much views, if you're making these friends and you're making these connections, it doesn't matter the numbers and the success rate, because you've already won something out of the experience at that point. In addition, I think the next two more important things are sound and lighting, because those are instantly what kind of turn people away. I think certainly it's what kind of turns me away from first viewing videos. If I click on it and it's just super dark, I'm already apprehensive, and then if the sound is not good at all and it's a little bit difficult for me to understand what you're saying, then I'm much less likely to stick around and watch the video. I don't necessarily think that the camera is super important, and you certainly don't need professional lighting or a professional microphone. Not by any means. Just try to create a chamber so that the sound is communicating well and reading well to the microphone that you do have access to, whether that be your computer, your laptop, or if you have a cheaper microphone. And then get some sort of forward light. Have some sort of decent light, or film during the daytime so that you get that natural daylight, so that we can see your lovely face and it's not just like a dark abyss that we're hearing but not really seeing. So I mentioned earlier my lip sync videos, and those are definitely my favorite series of videos that I have ever made on my channel. I really just have so much fun making them, and I think they come out pretty fun. The costumes aren't always great because, hey, I don't have a whole lot of money to make them. And sometimes that makeup is wonky too. But I think that they are really fun and, again, creative. When it comes to those, I have like a real close tie pretty much between two of them. For my absolute favorite video on my channel, that is my Guardians of the Galaxy lip sync, because I was having so much fun filming that. And I think it reads. I think it really comes across in that video. My lip sync is on point there. Costumes not so much. Makeup is real wonky. But it's just such a fun video in general. I think that's why it's been my most successful one. And then my other one that's pretty much tied for number 1 is my Suicide Squad Bohemian Rhapsody lip sync. That one I'm also having a lot of fun. But the makeup in particular in that one is so good. Like, it's the best makeup in any of my videos. The costumes are on point. The backgrounds are pretty cool. So that one is just a nice step up in production level. But still, the lower production Guardians one is just so much fun, and it's infectious. So those are my 2 faves. Recommending 3 YouTube channels. Oof, that's hard. There are so many awesome channels out there that I watch and support regularly. There are so many great friends of mine that I watch and support regularly. So this is a tough question to narrow it down to 3. So I decided to give myself a parameter regarding that. I'm only going to recommend channels that have a fewer number of subscribers than my own channel does, because clearly less people have found their channel, because if they had found it, they would obviously be subscribed because they're awesome. So my first recommendation is Cinephile with a Microphone. He is awesome. His name is Jordan. He gives really great and insightful commentary, and he does it in such a short amount of time. My reviews are much longer because, hey, I'm pretty long-winded, which you might notice in this video itself. But he gives quick, like, minute to 2 minute movie reviews, but they are comprehensive, they are intelligent. He is so well articulated, and I think he just deserves to be seen by more people. My second recommendation is going to Caleb Says Stuff. So his channel actually branches out a little bit more than just movies. He does like video games, sometimes he'll do like series, or sometimes he'll just talk about random stuff. But what I love about Caleb and Caleb's channel, not only are we actually friends and text each other and talk to each other, but he has such a different viewpoint from virtually everybody else, I think, on the spectrum. He doesn't kind of fall into a lot of the pitfalls I think a lot of the rest of us do. And I'm going to be honest, we agree on very few films. We have very differing opinions on most every single film, it seems. But he brings valid and well-articulated arguments and thoughts and reasons to the table, so you have to respect it. Even if I don't necessarily agree with what his final verdict is, I definitely respect how he presents his argument. Plus, he's really funny, and he's a great person, and deserves a whole lot more subscribers than he has. My final recommendation to make that third one is going to be the Movie Oracle. So I must love my Aussies, because this is my second Australian YouTuber to get a recommendation here. But Ashley runs this page, and she is just so funny. Again, another person who really provides a different look and a different take than a lot of the other YouTubers out there. Not only that, but she, like Caleb Says Stuff, really reviews different films. One, she's in Australia, so she gets maybe some different films at different times. But obviously, if you watch her channel, you know that she's heavily into the world of drag. She's a huge supporter of the LGBTQ community. And so she has a different look when it comes to those things. But even on the big pictures, she's very insightful. She's very funny. And I think she brings the right amount of entertainment with knowledge in her reviews. I love film for so many reasons. First of all, it provides that community. And I think a lot of us really feel like maybe weird or outsiders. I know I certainly do, so I'll speak for myself when I say that. Is that I do definitely feel like a little bit of an outsider of the regular world, the outside world. And film just provides so much enrichment into my life. Somebody who really struggles with depression and all that fun jazz. It's really nice to have an escape, to have characters to identify with, and characters to really bond with and learn more about and spend time with. And then taking that a step further and having all these real life people who actually exist in the world to connect with over a shared passion and shared interest. And I think that's a big thing for film. Plus, obviously, it's entertaining. It provides so many different facets of entertainment. It can make you think. It can open your eyes to new people's experiences and really help you gain empathy. And I think that's a wonderful asset of having film, is that it really helps you to understand other people and other experiences that you'll never have the chance to actually have yourself, but at least now you can gain somewhat of an understanding. And I think that helps bring us all together a little bit more, or at least that's the hope, that you will take that leave of absence from your own experience and let yourself understand where other people are coming from and experience life through their eyes for an hour and a half to 2 hours. But sometimes it's just fun. Sometimes you don't have all that message and all that mess to get in the way of just having a frickin' good time. But still to get to experience things you never would, to be a superhero, to go into space, to do all these things, to meet dinosaurs. There are so many great experiences to be had in film that you're never going to get the chance to have in your actual life. And it's just awesome. It provides an escape, it provides inspiration, it provides emotion, it provides empathy. Film just provides so much enrichment into my everyday life. If I could hang out with a film character, oh my. This is a tough one. There are so many awesome film characters throughout history. So obviously if we're taking the person out, the actor or actress, this is just character-wise. So my first inclination is to say Storm from the X-Men, because she's my favorite, character ever in any franchise or anything. But that mainly comes from comic books and the animated television series and from the films themselves. But I think she was really undercut in the films, and her character didn't get to the point where she's as awesome as she needs to be. So I don't know if I would pick her for film character that I would hang out with, to be honest. And then I think of two LGBT characters recently that I love that maybe I'd want to hang out with Simon from Love, Simon, and Elio from Call Me By Your Name. But I think I'm going to go with Thor. I know, what a choice, right? Thor from the Avengers. One look at him. I'll just hang out with you all day. But also, Thor is just so fun and funny and lighthearted, and I think he would just show you a frickin' good time. So that's why I'm gonna pick Thor. And then I'd get to see if I'm worthy, see if I can lift the hammer. So people should subscribe to my channel because I try my best to provide quality content at a consistent rate. You will get reviews for all of the new films, whether or not I liked it or not. I do my best to see them all, including the ones that I think look like a chore to sit through. And even if they turn out to be a chore to sit through, I'll provide you that review as well. I really do have a passion for reviewing films. I try to be as articulate and as fun as possible. And I hope that I provide a little bit of a different reviewing style to a lot of the other reviewers that are out there right now. You won't find many rants and roastings on my channel. So I know that's a turn off for a lot of people. But I try to give film a fair shot each and every time. People put a lot of work into these films, so you gotta respect the film at some level as a piece of work for hundreds of people. But also, you get those cinematic experiences to a certain level with my lip syncs, with my skits. It's a fun time over there. I respond to all of the comments on my channel. I do my best to support and watch and comment on everybody else's channels. So it's a good time. It's all about film, and we can go over there and have a good time. So I'm sure that Graham will provide all of the links and stuff in the comment section. But again, my channel is LC Screen Talk. You can also find me on Twitter at LC Screen Talk, as well as on Instagram at LC Screen Talk. All of which are mostly movie related. So if you're a movie fan, let's nerd out, let's geek out, let's have some fun, let's talk some films, and let's make some friendships.
So there we have it. Larry himself, one of the most fantastic YouTubers, I'm sure you will agree. He had a lot of fun, or looked like he had a lot of fun answering those questions, had some really interesting answers. Interesting, and I hope you look great to love him as much as I do. You're going to go along there, subscribe. I'm a subscriber, I watch his content, I like it. I always give it kind of thumbs up, and I'm not as active in the comment section as he is, but I'm going to try and get better at that, Larry, promise. And yeah, you know, subscribe, like his stuff. Subscribe. He's worth it, totally worth it. I'd love to know your opinions on the guy. Let me know in the comment box below if you've subscribed, if you're going to check him out. I appreciate that, and I'll see you next time on 10 Things About.